Hey, welcome to my journey. Listen, you hear my little babies. Oh, I see him. He's right there on top of the. Oh, he's jumping up and down. You know the wood cross, and then the line of the. I don't know if there's a telephone lines because I have power lines underground. I think that might be telephone and internet. But he's jumping up on one down to the other. Oh, he's attracted somebody. Because he's like fluttering up and popping back down. Wonder if he was. Wonder if they're talking. Listen, I know some people don't like to hear the birds. I don't understand that. I know they're loud. I know they're loud, but I love them. And then, truthfully, when I'm sitting here talking, they just kind of blend into the background because I'm, talking about what I'm talking about. But what we're here today for is going through the next few sections of our You Gotta Eat book. This is the book we started, I don't know, did we start a couple months ago? Has it been that long? And she's a MS, a RD, and a CDE. And registered dietitian, certified diabetes educator, and Masters of Science. That's what the MS is. And this is a book from the 2000. Oh, and remember, it was signed. I had forgot again, from 2011. But they're diet principles that don't go out of style. They're not. To me, they're not dated. As in, oh, that's so long ago. It's not a diet plan, as you might think of a diet plan. It's just ways to handle your eating. And so I was sitting there yesterday. I thought, let's go back and do a few more of our sections. I think we did maybe 4 sections. But listen, let me tell you this. It is a gorgeous day in my corner of North Carolina. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful out here. It's not the bit cold, it's not nippy, it's perfect. It's blue, but it's maybe, I guess, overcast because there's no sun. It's not, yeah, I guess that's what you call it. But gosh, these kind of mornings, live for them. So we're going to start today with balancing act. Now, she showed her meals for the day. She does that on a lot of them. I'm not going to sit here and go through everything she ate. I just kind of picked the high spots of that section, and that's what we'll talk about. So, and I will be reading my notes because I don't have this committed to memory. Keep calories. I put calories in quotes because whatever you count. So keep whatever you count in check on weekdays to allow a little more freedom on the weekends. And that's something we all know. But do we all do it? I don't. I do a lot of days I don't. That's my balancing act. Half-ass. Isn't that terrible? Some of y'all in my same boat, y'all know. We have good days and we have bad days. She said a little, and I put quotes in a little because she meant a little more freedom. Giving yourself too much freedom is dangerous because then that's like Joan always says, give yourself an inch of grace, not a foot, not a yard, not a mile. And that's what she's talking about in freedom. Give yourself freedom. And she's talking about, like, if you need a little snack or something, give yourself freedom to have that little snack, but don't then go into having a whole 4-course meal if you've not made room for it during the week. Find your balance. If you have a special night out, there we go. Plan for the weekend. Budget for the extra calories by eating sensibly during the week. So don't blow all your calories during the week and then plan on blowing them again on the weekends. That's when you find yourself in trouble. So the balancing act is, and that's a short one because there's not really much to say about it. The balancing act is to plan for your excursions. You plan for vacations. Typically some people can just get up and go. But some people have to plan and save money and all that. So plan for your weekends if you're having a weekend, if you're going to a party, or you're going to a festival, or whatever it is. Or if you're just staying home and you want to cook a higher calorie or higher point or higher bite meal, whatever it is, just plan for it during the week. Eat a little bit more sensible during the week. Now, number 6, that's a little bit longer. Temptations and choices. It was named something else, but you wouldn't understand it because it's named after some certain bread, place she goes for bread. So she had a long day. Her doctor appointment was 2 hours late, and her appointment lasted 2 hours after that. So she says she was famished. She had taken an apple in the car because she was wanting it for her drive home before she got there, because she knew her doctor's appointment was going to be 2 hours and she knew she'd be hungry. Well, she was blindsided by the doctor appointment, so she didn't pack a snack, which nuts is like I've found so far her go-to snack, in the car for this famished feeling. She packed for the apple, but she didn't pack for the unexpected. On the ride home, she passed a favorite restaurant that has a delicious high-calorie bread, and that's what she named the chapter. She had the bread and a salad, thinking the salad was the better choice. Turns out the signature sandwich was lower. I put price. I think I meant price as in, oh, there's a butterfly. That was no ale. That was no ale. So I put price, meaning points, calories, whatever. Then a full salad. Oh yeah. So the sandwich that had all the good stuff on it was lower in, we'll say, calories than the salad. And she's like, those are things you don't expect. You expect a salad to be the lowest option. Well, it's not always. She said, lesson learned. Pack healthy snacks when you're out and about, and that is to cover anything unexpected. I fall into that category. I will pack things when I'm out, but then I'll be out longer, and I didn't pack enough for that. If I don't stop through fast food, which I typically don't, I come home, like she said, famished. Don't make assumptions about food choices in restaurants. Don't assume that, let's say, a bowl of piddly soup is healthier for you than that nice sandwich with some meat and cheese on it. There are things you can do to sandwiches to lower the calories and points and whatnot. Leave the mayonnaise off, you can leave the cheese off, things like that. She says, be a wise consumer and look up calories beforehand. Don't assume one choice is automatically the healthiest choice. Oh, that was all of that one. So yeah, that makes sense. I know a lot of people, and I've done it. I don't look up the nutrition all the time. Sometimes I do. But if we're going somewhere, I'll look up, mainly, to be honest with you, I look up so I know more of what I want and don't waste time ordering than I'm worried about nutrition. I'm just being honest, because the longer you wait, the longer it takes to get your food. And when I get to a restaurant, I need to eat. So what you take away from that is, when you go out and about, don't assume it's going to be a quick something. Pack you a snack appropriate for if you get sidetracked by the whole day and you don't want to stop anywhere to get food and you're famished, you're about to starve, you can't wait to get home, and you've got a snack. And if you have to pack it in a little lunch bag with ice, you know, those little reusable ice packs, then so be it. Number 7, Confessions of an Irish Nutritionist. She had a week-long St. Patty's Day celebration. She wasn't expecting it to be. She was just thinking it was going to be her regular St. Patrick's Day celebration, but it turned out to be a whole week-long celebration, and she celebrated it. Yes, she did. she said, and she writes everything down. She keeps track of her food. That's a lesson in itself right there. Upon looking over her diet for the week, she drank, get hold of this, 2,485 calories of alcohol in 1 week. So she says if planning a night out, number one, don't drink alcohol. But if you do, drink water also. That will keep you hydrated and slow down your pace of drinking. Number two, and she's not speaking against drinking because she drinks. She's just trying to give you some tips that if you do drink, to help you not drink as much, to use up liquid points, empty calories. Number two, avoid calorie bombs like dessert drinks. They can be very high in calories, and I know a lot of us women like those dessert drinks, If I ever get a drink, which I never do, it's going to be a White Russian, just because it's delicious. Of course, I love coffee liqueur, but to me, it tastes like chocolate milk. It doesn't taste like coffee milk. It tastes like chocolate milk. That's just what it tastes like to me. But I love those things. And you know what? I could care less if it's got vodka in it or not. I really could. Number three, cut the calories. Choose diet mixers or turn wine into a spritzer. Now, I have done that. I have been out with my best friend, and we were getting us he was getting a beer because he liked beer. And I thought, I'm going to get me a wine. But I didn't know it was called a wine spritzer. I just felt like somebody didn't know what they were doing, because I would order a glass of wine and then a iced Sprite. And then I would just mix the two. So I didn't know that was a spritzer. I could have ordered a wine spritzer, but I just did it the dumb way, I guess. Number four, plan alcohol into your daily calorie quota. So have dessert or wine, not both. So that feeds into the earlier section about finding your balance and act or whatever. So plan a drink into your allotment, but don't plan drink and dessert. Unless you can, but that'd be kind of hard. A lot of calories in those. Number five, don't skip meals or drink on an empty stomach. You can get you can get the munchies. She's talking about if you do all that drinking on an empty stomach. She explained the science behind it, which I didn't feel like explaining. But you get the munchies, and y'all know. Alcohol also reduces your inhibitions, so you're more likely to overindulge, and we all know that. So her takeaway is drinking in moderation is no more, it's not her takeaway, it's like what they say. Drinking in moderation is no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 per day for men. But her takeaway is all those things I just told you, ways to still have your alcoholic drink and not go overboard like she did with almost 2,500 calories in 1 week. And she listed everything she drank and ate. Ooh, she had a good week, let me tell you. Number 8, this is the last one, keeping it real. Healthy eating is about planning ahead to make conscious choices, not about deprivation, guilt, and eating celery all day. Let me repeat that for those of you in the back. Healthy eating is about planning ahead and making conscious choices, not about deprivation, guilt, and eating celery all day. She says, free yourself from your inner critic and give yourself permission to follow the laws of moderation. She totally believes in moderation. If you plan for it, you can do it. So if your overall diet contains healthy foods, such as whole grains, fruits, and veggies, and lean proteins, there's no need to completely avoid modest portions of your less than healthy favorites. Seek balance, not perfection. Seek balance, not perfection. We've talked about perfection on here many times. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in their diet. If they tell you they are, I think they're probably lying to themselves. They're not. I don't think they're consciously lying to you, but I think they're unconsciously lying to themselves because they ain't nobody perfect. I'm sorry. Yes, you might do everything you do and lose your weight fast, but that don't mean you was perfect along the road. So let's get real. And then there's some of us that just tell you, okay, I didn't do too good. You know, I could have done better. That's the not perfection part. So anyway, I'm enjoying her book. I don't get to it every day. When I'm going to come on here and do a video, that's when I'll sit down and go through it. So then it'll be fresh on my mind what I read. And they're very short, just a few pages each. So they're just very short, to the point, common sense. She's a very common sense approach to healthy eating and dieting, and I really like it. So that is it for this installment of You Gotta Eat. Just in time, there's Mr. Hubby Wubby. Okay, well, this is Tuesday, so I'll see you tomorrow for my grocery haul and meal plan. Grocery haul. Yeah, that sounds more like it. Okay, see you then.